Okay, hi guys. Thanks for hopping on tonight. We're so excited that you took the plunge and are getting started on the Plexus products and you're on your journey to health and wellness. So we are excited you jumped on. We're just going to go over just a few basic pieces of information for you about Plexus, the best way to take your products. And if you guys have any questions, you'll see down at the very bottom, there'll be a little chat icon. If you have any questions, feel free just to ask a question along the way, and then we will do question and answers at the end as well. So, okay. So, well, I have a lot of notes here, so let me pop over here to my notes. Okay, so for those who don't know me, I am Joy, and I am been doing Plexus for about 2 years now. And I started because I was a tired mom of three. I have an 8, a 7, and a 3-year-old. Back then, they were much younger, obviously, but I was very tired all of the time. I drank a pot of coffee a day as well as soda. I also suffered from migraines. I mean, shocker after all that. I had a horrible sugar craving, and I met a friend who introduced me to Plexus. And she said, you really should consider gut health and blood sugar regulation. And so that's kind of how I got started. Is I started with the triplex, which is probably what the majority of everybody is on here has started on. There may be a few of you that are on different products, and we'll go over those as well. But I started on the triplex because I need a blood sugar regulation for the headaches. If anybody suffers from headaches, that's going to be key, is the pink drink, the probiotic, and the BioCleanse. And that's what we refer as the triplex. So I'll just show you what those look like. So, boy, that is a bright light. Let me see if that's better is that better if I dim it a little bit? Let me do that way. So there's the ProBio. And then we have two different pink drinks, what we call the Slim, and then we have the BioCleanse, which it looks like I don't have the bottle with me right here. But basically, guys, what that's going to do is it's going to really attack the candida that's in our gut. And this is a buildup that we've had over the years. And so this is going to be a process. This is going to be something that could take 6 weeks up to 6 months. So just know your journey is not a fast one. This isn't a quick fix. This is going to take something that's going to develop over time and get better at time. So let me share with you really quick about the triplex, and then I want to hand it over to Hillary, who is a nurse, and she can kind of share her journey and the products that she started on. So basically the history is the pink drink was created by an endocrinologist for diabetics to regulate blood sugar. But what they found is other people were having success. So not only were they having reduced blood sugar or reduced sugar cravings, but their blood sugar was getting in check, their A1C was dropping, their blood pressure was leveling out. All sorts of positive things started to happen. Then we realized that we all have some sort of irregular blood sugar based upon what we're eating on a continual basis throughout the day. So they really have gone into the cutting science of gut health and created this probiotic that's actually going in and attacking the yeast, which I'm sure that your sponsor has shared with you. So like I said, the first 3 products that we really start everybody on are the triplex, the pink drink, the probiotic, and the BioCleanse, because it's also important that we are flushing our system out and making sure that we're going on a regular basis. So with that said, I want to hand over to Hillary to kind of share with you a little bit about her history, her background as a nurse, and her journey with the products.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, well, I'm Hillary Rabbit, and I started Plexus about 8 months ago. I'm almost on 8 months. As Joy said, I'm a nurse. I'm a baby nurse, so I remember learning the basics back in nursing school, but now I focus more on the baby stuff. But I decided to start Plexus when I was actually pregnant with my 3rd son. I initially knew of Plexus. I'd heard of it. I knew it was like I'd heard of it for weight loss. But I ended up going to a sip and see and hearing more about it and all of the health benefits for it. And that's when I decided I wanted to start. With this pregnancy, I've been on anxiety meds ever since I had my first one 5 years ago. But with this pregnancy, I wasn't able to stay off of my anxiety meds. And so that was a big thing, being a nurse and knowing the side effects that the baby can have from being on anxiety meds. It was a big decision that I had to make to start those back up. And within like 2 weeks, I went to the Sip and See and learned how Plexus could help me with my anxiety. So right then and there, I decided I was going to join. So when I joined, I started on the triplex. Starting on the triplex, within like 6 weeks, I was able to wean off of my anxiety meds. And that was about a month before I had my son. So I felt immediate relief by getting off of my meds. I felt great. I didn't have as much stress. I didn't have all of the like bad thoughts. I was able to have a little bit more patience with my kids and going to work and all that stuff. And so after I had my son, I still was off my anxiety meds and I was still just taking the triplex. About 6 weeks postpartum, I decided to look into Vital Biome because I knew that was really good for anxiety and stress. And kind of at that point, I thought maybe I was going to have to start back up on something. But as soon as I started the Vital Biome, within about a week or so, I had total relief. So ever since I started Plexus, I have now been medication free. It helped with anxiety, but I mean, a slew of things. It helped with, immediately I noticed when I was like 38 weeks pregnant, I was sleeping through the night. I wasn't getting up and peeing every hour. So I was better sleep. My reflux got better. I was able to wean my reflux meds. Energy, that was a big thing for me. I was drinking a venti Starbucks every single day just to be able to get out of bed or be able to go work a 12-hour shift. And within a week of being on Plexus, I no longer drink coffee. So that helped so much with my energy levels. Just so many great benefits that I got from the triplex. And then once being on the Vital Biome, I had that relief as well. And I continue to take the triplex Vital Biome. I'm also doing the vitamin as well. And pretty much all the other supplements as well. But so, being a nurse, I kind of knew I wanted to find a natural way to relieve my stress and anxiety. Knowing, especially when I was pregnant, knowing the effects that it could have on the baby, that was a big thing for me, that I didn't want to have to put that onto, for my pregnancy, my baby, to put him through those side effects. So starting on the triplex when I was pregnant was my way of, finding those natural supplements and not having to use medications. So now my thing with being a nurse, knowing that I've taken multiple meds over and over and over, and I've just, kind of just, destroyed my body with those. I could tell that, I definitely had the issues with my glucose and I didn't have any energy and all those things. But the inflammation and balancing the imbalance of my hormones and my unbalanced gut all led to all those issues. When I started the triplex, I knew that I had to be consistent. And that was one thing that I made sure to do. I think I've maybe missed my probiotic once or twice. Consistency is key, and knowing, being a nurse and knowing that these things didn't happen overnight. It happens over years and years and years. And after all of that building up, then you get into these serious health crisis and issues. So being able to, with that triplex, removing those bad toxins, that was the big thing for me. Being able to start removing that, and then replenishing it with the probiotics, the digestive enzymes, minerals, nutrients, vitamins. I definitely noticed over time those little changes. When I first started, I noticed I was sleeping better. And then, after I got off my anxiety meds, I had relief there. I have not been getting sick, so the immunity issue, or the immunity aspect of it, and just all those little changes, I could tell my body was finally healing. So I definitely, from pretty much the first couple of weeks, I'm a huge believer of Plexus and how it can help. I now am like getting all of my nurse friends to sign up, and just getting everyone to understand the the main root issues that we all are. Well, I don't know where I'm going with that, but the three main issues of inflammation and gut health, and balancing our hormones to get us healthy. So, and the crazy thing is, really over the last couple of years, they're now talking in my area of nursing, we're giving probiotics to some of our babies that have really bad, gut issues, who have had multiple surgeries and stuff. So there's a lot of research now, even in nursing in the preemies and with all the little babies, of how important gut health is. So I thought that was interesting. So, was there anything else, Joy, you wanted me to talk on?
No, that's awesome.
I kind of rambled and.
No, that was perfect. That's interesting, though, that you mentioned that they're looking at probiotics for babies as well.
Yeah, exactly. And once I had my son, I was giving him extra probiotics as well, and I increased my probiotics to help get those in his system, because my other two boys were constantly sick, multiple ear infections, so they were on antibiotics all the time, and I never had them on probiotics. I never really knew much about probiotics, to put them on it, especially even with having all of the antibiotic doses. But then my newest one, since he's been exposed to those probiotics, he hasn't had any ear infections. He's been sick once. But I thought it was kind of interesting how there's such a big difference between my newest one and my other two, and how Brooks has been on probiotics and the other two weren't.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
No, but I also think it's a good point too, that, this is a marathon. This is being patient. This is being consistent.
Yes.
This is like exercising. We're not going to get the results if we start and stop and start and stop. So if we're consistent and continue on, then we're going to see those results, and it will pay off in the end.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really big component as well. Okay, so like we talked about, thank you, Hillary, for sharing.
Yeah, of course.
Is we talked about the triplex. This is renewing the body. This is replenishing the body. We're going to remove the bad stuff and put in the good stuff. So the triplex is where we usually start. So you take the pink drink in the morning, or those people who are having sugar cravings in the afternoon, they can do in the afternoon. I started out taking it in the morning because I had my sugar cravings in the morning, and now I'm actually taking it in the afternoon because it helps me kind of subside my hunger at dinner, and I don't want to eat as much before I go to bed. So I've been doing it more in the afternoon. So again, these can be tailored to you and your body and your liking. But just kind of want to go over a couple of the products. So we talked about the pink drinks. There are two different ones. There's the MBA, which is the microbiome one. It's a shorter one. And then there's a longer one, which is the hunger control. And the difference really is the hunger control has more fiber in it, which is going to curb the hunger, and it's also good for people who are constipated or having trouble going to the restroom. This one, the MBA one, has a prebiotic in it. So it has a prebiotic that's going to help keep the gut healthier and flourish to put the probiotics in. Okay. And it's called Akkermansia, so the short is XOS. So either one works. Talk to your sponsor on what the best one is for you based upon your health goals and maybe some of the health concerns that you have, okay? The next is the probiotic, and the probiotic we recommend that you take at night. This helps you sleep. And helps you relax a little bit. So this probiotic, leave by your bed. Sometimes people say they have a hard time remembering to take it, but if they take it at night, leave it by their bed. This will also help them. There'll be a schedule that your sponsor will give you. Just follow that. We recommend you start with the pink drink, you add in the BioCleanse, and then the probiotic. But work with your sponsor on that, because it's also going to be really key that you're in constant communication with your sponsor on how you're feeling, any changes that you may feel. The next one's BioCleanse, and I thought I had a bottle of it right here, but apparently I don't. But that's going to be really high in magnesium, and that's going to be extremely important for those of us who I was a constipated one. You want to make sure that you are flushing your system every day and that you are eliminating. So we are flushing your system of those toxins. You can start to 2 to 4. You can actually go as high as 6 BioCleanse, but again, work with your sponsor on what the best way is for you. We don't want you running to the bathroom. This isn't like forgot the word. It's not going to make you run to the bathroom on a regular basis. So make sure you're working with your sponsor on how to take that. One of the other things, if you don't have this, what we call the Fab Five, and that's the triplex added with, this is a really bright light, you guys. I don't know if you can see this, but this is X Factor Plus. And we have a multivitamin called X Factor that is very high in B vitamins. And it's designed so that it's very easy for your body to absorb. There are people that have the MTHFR gene, which they cannot absorb folic acid, and this multivitamin is specifically designed for them to be able to do that because it has folate in it. So what people have noticed when they take this, you can take this in the morning, is it helps with hair growth, stronger nails, and kind of a boost in energy. So again, if you do not take a multivitamin, I highly recommend you looking at this one. The other thing that's a part of the Fab Five is the omegas. Boy, this is a bright light that's going in and out. Sorry, guys. So it's called Mega X. And these omegas have omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Did I get them all in there? I think I did. And if you guys don't take an omega, and if you're over the age of 20, highly recommend you take it because it's necessary really for everybody. It's for heart health, helps reduce heart disease, stroke, helps with inflammation. There was another one that I just read about the other day, guys. Sorry, I want to make sure I mention that too as well. Relaxation. The other thing is a lot of times people will take their omegas at night. So also keep that by your bed. Take it with the probiotic because those two, the ProBio 5 and the omegas, are really good for sleep. People say they sleep like a baby with those. So those two together are really, really good. So it's also good because it's plant-based and it doesn't have the fishy burps or smell. So if you don't, those are kind of the Fab Five that we talk about when people get started. And again, talk to your sponsor on the best way to do that. Water intake. This is going to be super important, you guys. It's extremely important that you're drinking a lot of water and flushing your system daily because we want to make sure we have the circulation going and that you're not getting headaches and that you're feeling really good. There's a small percentage of people that may have a die-off symptom, is what we call die-off, and that is kind of like a detox. GI issues, stomach upset, a little bit of a headache. If you do that, make sure you're drinking more water if you start to feel that. Not everyone is going to feel that. But if you do, talk to your sponsor and you want to drink half your weight in ounces of water every single day. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water during this process. It's going to be extremely important. One thing I also noticed when I got started, you guys, is that I started craving water, whereas before I would crave like a sugary drink. And these products have actually made me crave water. I no longer crave a soda or coffee, and I want coffee on like a cold day, but I'm craving water now because my body needs it, which I think is really, really cool. Okay, some of you started from a weight loss component and you didn't start with the triplex or the probiotic, but you actually started with Slim, Metaburn, which is the brand new product that just came out, which is amazing, and then Block or Lean. So how you want to start those is totally different. The pink drink, again, we recommend you take in the morning, or if you decide you do want to do it in the afternoon, you can. The Metaburn you want to take first thing in the morning, and then you want to take another one in the afternoon. It does have green tea extract in it, which is a more natural form of caffeine. But if you are sensitive to caffeine, that is something to take a look at. Most people do not have any jitteries at all to Metaburn. And what they are seeing is that it's enhancing moods, but it's also getting rid of belly. Like people are noticing their belly is flat, their thighs are a little thinner. So Metaburn is a brand new product that just came out that we highly recommend. I actually don't go a day without it. There's also two other products that are specifically for weight loss, and that's Accelerator and Boost. Accelerator, you would take one in the morning, and Boost you mainly do if you're going to go work out. It kind of gives you like that added boost as you work out and gives you additional energy. You don't want to take any of these together, but you can talk to your sponsor on maybe which one is the best fit for you. We also have Block, which is a blocker that's going to block up to 48% of carbs and sugars you put into your body. These are really good for diabetics, thyroid patients, really for all of us. And you can take 2 to 4 of those a day. You just take it right before a meal. And make sure you take it before a meal and not after, because it has a black seaweed in it. And what that does is it expands in your stomach. So it's going to make your stomach feel a little bit fuller. And so you're not going to eat as much. So make sure you take that before and not after, thinking that's going to do the same thing, because if you're full at dinner, then you're going to feel fuller after you take the Block, okay? So you can take that up to 4 times a day, maybe 2 before lunch or 2 before dinner. When are your heaviest meals is what we recommend you do with those, okay? The Lean, which is the new shakes that we came out with, these are really good meal replacement shakes, or they're just a snack, depending upon what you're looking for. There's 15 to 20 grams in these. We do have a vegetarian one, but we have chocolate and vanilla. They're super great. How I like mine is with vanilla. Oh my gosh, I forgot what it's called. Not milk, but almond milk. Oh my gosh, almond milk. And then I throw in a banana and some ice and kind of make it a little bit more of a milkshake, and it is delicious. So if you're looking to supplement maybe an additional meal, that could be something really good to add, maybe as a replacement of a meal or just a snack. So like that 3 or 4 o'clock hour is really hard for people sometimes. And so that's really good as well, just to have like 1 scoop of that with your almond milk, and it really kind of keeps you full for the rest of the day. Those are really, really, really good. The other part that's really important about them is that they have 24 key vitamins and minerals in it, in addition to the protein. So it does have another component of health to it as well. Okay, I'm going to hand this over really quick to, I have a couple more products to go over, but I want to hand this over to Jen really quick. And one thing we want to talk to people about as they get started is sharing products with others. So again, this isn't a necessity, but as people get started and they're on their health journey and they're starting their supplements, they love the products, they want to stay consistent, and they want to keep going. And so they want to look at ways to pay for products. So this is an additional way, just food for thought for you guys, if you're wanting to get your products paid for, to share with family and friends. And so Jen was going to share with you a little bit about what that exactly looks like and how you get your products paid for. Hi, Jen.
Hi, guys. I'm Jen. I am a gold ambassador with Plexus, and Joy is my sponsor. But I just wanted to talk to you about going silver. So, what that means is you sign 3 people under you and you get 15 points. So each person is worth 5 points. So, the easiest way to do that and get your products paid for is just posting on Facebook, on social media, and your sponsor can help you with that first post and with your first few weeks of posts and just help you talk to people. When someone responds to you that they're interested, it doesn't mean you have to take it on like right away. Sometimes people get very stressed out because they're new to Plexus and they want to get their products paid for, but they're afraid because they don't know much about the products yet. So the good thing is we're here to help you. And so you just, when someone says they're interested and they have questions that you don't know the answers to, you just do a 3-way message with us, and we're happy to help answer those questions and help them get started on their health journey. And in return, that helps you be able to get them signed up under you and be able to get your products paid for. Now, the best deal, of course, is the $199 welcome packs, as I'm sure you know. Those are, like when you buy a welcome pack, it's the only chance you have to get a welcome pack is the first time you sign up, which is the cheapest. Now, obviously, going forward, getting the products wholesale is such a good deal, so much better than being a preferred customer. But the $199 welcome pack is like your ultimate deal. So obviously, if they can't afford that, the 99 welcome packs are available for them. But and all of that counts towards your points to become silver. So 3 people equals you get $100 bonus right away, and then $25 per person. So really, you get $175 total just for those 3 people signing up, which more than pays for your products. For if you're buying Triplex or if you're buying Pink Drink and MetaBurn. And then so the more that comes about, that we'll work with you later, but just like hitting that first milestone is what we really want you to focus on. And Joy, did I leave anything out? I'm
No,
sorry, I'm so
yeah.
horrible at lives. I get so nervous.
No, you're doing perfect. And I think one of the important things is you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know who to share this with, but just know that if you guys have, maybe just think about, make a list of family and friends of who might need these supplements, and maybe they have a regular blood sugar, maybe they have an autoimmune disorder, maybe they're very tired mamas or they're pregnant or whatever it is. I mean, these products help a lot of different people, so there isn't any pressure to do that, but that is another route for people to think about when they want to get products paid for.
Well, and I'm sure you could think of 3 people too that have like high blood pressure, cholesterol, all kinds of thyroid issues. Like these products help with those. So it's just, it's helping them and helping you at the same time. It's so fabulous. I can't say enough about these products. There's just like, I've literally never felt better.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so in a couple other things we want to share with you guys. So Plexus is really about the microbiome of the gut and the microbiome of our skin. And so Plexus did come out with a new product called Joyome. And Joyome is helping the microbiome of the skin. So what's happened is, because of the sun and other damage that we've done to our body, Joyome is a 2-step process. It's a 2-step system that helps exfoliate the skin and helps remove or lighten crow's feet, laugh lines. I forgot what these are called right here, but oily skin, puffy eyes. People are having amazing results. You guys, I had so much sun damage. I was in the sun all the time as a kid, and I never wore sunscreen. I was that person. And I'm happy to share my before and after with you of the success that I have seen on using Joyome. It's evened out. I don't have oily skin somewhere and then dry skin somewhere else. So it's really helping even out my skin. So I'm not red and blotchy in one area as well, but also removing that sun damage and then helping it so that it's not continuing to have the sun damage in the future. So that is a new product that just came out. And there's two products that I also want to talk to you guys about, and that's Ease and Nerve. And these two products sometimes can be overlooked, but they are really key in helping with inflammation and joint pain and arthritis. So the first one is Ease, and Ease is green lip mussel. So it's going to be one of those things you're going to have to ask people about, or if you are allergic to seafood, don't recommend you take it. But if you obviously don't have any issues with seafood, it has green lip mussel in it, and it goes back centuries ago where it helps with inflammation. And this product, you guys, can be used in place of like Advil or Tylenol or Excedrin or whatever it is that you may have for joint pain. But there is a certain dosage that you would use to get started on Ease. If somebody has endometriosis, this is also another great product for them to get started on. But talk to your sponsor, because this is an additional schedule, and it's pretty a high-powered schedule to get you started to reduce that inflammation at the beginning, okay? Sorry, I was looking at my notes. Okay, so Nerve. A lot of people take Ease and Nerve together, but what Nerve does, guys, is it helps reduce nerve discomfort and then helps regenerate nerve damage. So a lot of times people, whatever it may be, maybe it was a broken arm and they had nerve damage or a broken wrist or something like that, they have high success with Ease and Nerve relieving that discomfort, especially if they have like lupus or restless leg syndrome, or I always say this word wrong, but sciatica. Where's my nurse? I always say it wrong. Am I saying it right? Sciatica?
Sciatica.
Sciatica. See, I never say it right. Ever. But these two are really big. So the triplex is going to do a really good job to get to the core of the gut. But if somebody is saying, I have a lot of inflammation and I have a lot of pain, highly recommend you look at Nerve and Ease. And these two products are not something that we regularly talk about, but a lot of people have success with. And there is a schedule that goes to that, and we can share that. Okay, last but not least, but the very first product that we came out with in Plexus was the Breast Check Kit. I don't know if you guys have one of these, but this is what they first came out with, and I have not opened it yet, you guys. I actually just bought it for myself, but it comes in just a package like this, and then you just put it on the breast, and then it helps so you can feel for any type of abnormalities or bumps or anything that may need to get checked out. So again, last but not least, this is also important, and this is for men and for women. There are men that also get breast cancer, but this is a good one too to know that this is in the back office as well. So guys, that's kind of the gist of the products of Plexus. Just know that we're here to help you. We have a big team, and if you guys need schedules or you have any questions, the biggest thing is to always communicate with your sponsor so we know the changes. And sometimes don't look for the big change. A lot of people like, I want to come in and I want to lose 10 pounds right out of the gate. And the important thing is going to be that's going to take time, like we said, because it's taken a lot of time to do the damage to our body. But what we're finding are like, oh my gosh, I'm sleeping a little better, or I didn't wake up and I didn't crave sugar like I was, or I didn't have a crash and need to take a nap in the afternoon. Those are small changes that are showing you that we are healing your gut. Plexus is actually working and healing your gut. And if you have any type of die-off symptom, don't panic and think it's not working for you. That's working. That's actually cleansing out the candida, the overgrowth of candida in your gut, and flushing it out. And we can cut back on what you're doing a little bit, but work with your sponsor on that as well. So I'm going to stop recording, and if you guys have any questions, we're happy to answer those. Thanks for jumping on. The goal is to try to do these once a month so people understand a little bit more about the products and how Plexus works. But we appreciate you guys jumping on. Thank you.